I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. At Tuesday's Senate Commerce Committee hearing, Senator Amy Klobuchar questioned Secretary Pete Buttigieg about how his department is combating trucker shortages. The Transportation Secretary said that they're doing more to, quote, recruit and retain truck drivers, and that conditions need to be improved for drivers. Take a listen to his full response here.
Thank you, Senator Wicker. Senator Klobuchar.
Thank you very much to both of you. Thank you, Secretary, for being here and for all your good work. You and I have discussed this bill a few times, and I so appreciate your leadership on the shipping and supply chain. I think we know that we have to get this done. The past 2 years have highlighted significant supply chain disruptions. Price of shipping containers increased fourfold. Of course, that goes on the backs of consumers because the prices are passed down to them from manufacturers and farmers who are hurt by this. And that's why Senator Thune and I joined together, and I want to appreciate the leadership of the chair and the ranking member on this as well, to get our bill passed, the Ocean Shipping Reform Act, through the Senate, not just this committee, thanks to the chair and ranking's leadership, but also through the Senate floor. And now it's over in the House where there is a similar version. But I just want to get this done, as does Senator Thune, because I think the more that time ticks on, as we know, anything can happen in this town. Things get delayed, and we have a winner here, and we have a winner in terms of pushing the shipping industry and actually showing that the Congress speaks with one voice when it comes to shipping rates. Could you talk about the urgency from your perspective of getting this done?
Thank you. Yes, we know we're in an urgent moment when it comes to our supply chains. Anything we can do to make shipping more efficient and effective is going to make a difference at a time when we're fighting inflation with everything that we've got. I want to recognize your leadership and that of others that you mentioned in moving the Ocean Shipping Reform Act. And the sooner that it can be enacted and signed, the sooner the FMC can get to work with support from my department in making good on those provisions.
Exactly. And I mean, there is some talk of putting it in another bill. I just, whatever. But months and months can go by. A bill that has like 60, 70 conferees. And we actually have, all of the groups have endorsed this bill. And I really think it's time to move and work this through with the House, because the months go by and we don't send the message that we want to the international shipping conglomerates. Other thing I wanted to talk about was trucker shortages. In addition to the congestion at our port, we've also faced a shortage of truck drivers. I think estimated the trucking industry was short a record 80,000 drivers in 2021. Could you talk about what the department is doing on that front?
Yes, we view this as a major issue, and we need to make sure we're acting both to recruit and to retain truck drivers. On the recruiting side, we've been working with the Department of Labor on registered apprenticeships. We've seen a huge swell of trucking companies and consortia joining that. We're working to recruit more veterans. We have the pilot for younger drivers to safely enter the workforce. And we need to do more to make sure more women thrive in trucking careers. So we have a whole body that's been set up now to work on that. Then there's the retention piece. We lose about 300,000 truck drivers a year. And so we need to look at everything from working conditions to compensation. Among the conditions I would mention, critically important, truck parking. The sooner we can address those, the sooner that we can not only bring people into the career, but have people stay and thrive in that vitally important part of our supply chains.
Very good. Thank you for your emphasis on that. Distracted driving, I've long been working on that. We've got every day 8 people die and more than 1,000 are injured in crashes. We've got money in the bipartisan infrastructure bill on that. Could you talk about the department's plans when it comes to distracted driving?
We've made such gains as a country when it came to impaired driving, only to see the rise of distracted driving, especially since the advent of the smartphone. We need to recognize this as a major source of risk, a major factor in fatalities. And as we roll out our new National Roadway Safety Strategy, attention to this will be one of the core elements of our work to save lives on our roadways.
Okay, very good. Going a little more local, the Buttigieg Bridge, which connects Minnesota and Wisconsin. In fact, the president, the day after the State of the Union, visited the Buttigieg Bridge, and earlier this year, your department announced significant funding for a number of grant programs, including mega projects that are too large or complex for traditional funding programs. How is the DOT coordinating and communicating with state departments of transportation to promote competitive grants? Appreciate the help we've already gotten with the congressionally initiated projects, as well as the grants you're already giving out at, in my mind, a rapid pace, as we all know from being home. But talk about some of these bridge projects and how important they are.
Thank you. We've made over $70 billion available. There's more where that came from in programs ranging from the Bridge Investment Program to the award selections for programs like MEGA, which you cited. This is especially important for these large bridge projects that are simply bigger than what's contemplated by a lot of our competitive grant programs. We're in close touch with state departments of transportation. I would add governors who are often enthusiastic about these major bridge projects, and we're committed to making sure that there's a smooth process for those applications.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Secretary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Klobuchar. Senator